My name is Luz Maria Licea, and I'm going to talk about an environmental issue that Puerto Rico is currently facing. Puerto Rico is suffering through an increasing amount of garbage. The island is running out of places to put its garbage. Its existing landfills are filling up at an astonishing clip, and there's nowhere else to put more. There were 64 landfills on the 3,515 square mile island in 1994. By 220, there are expected to be just 4. Puerto Rico's garbage problem must be addressed in order to ensure the future of the island. Puerto Rico must take action and address this problem before it is too late. This proposal will focus on certain solutions that can be taken in order to address the alarming problem. Here we can see an aerial view of the Maya West landfill. The images show the size and conditions of one of the approximately 30 landfills currently existing in Puerto Rico. An important concept to be aware of is the ecological footprint. An ecological footprint is the amount of biologically productive land and water needed to supply people with the resources they need and dispose of the waste they make. As our ecological footprints grow, we are depleting and degrading more of the Earth's natural capital. Scientists have estimated that if we continue exploiting our natural resources, there will be need of more than one Earth to sustain the human race. We need to reduce our ecological footprint in order to ensure the safekeeping of our planet. We will now focus on possible solutions that can be taken in order to address this alarming problem the island is currently facing. The first solution is educational training. The Colonial Waste Management Institute has conducted training in Puerto Rico addressing waste management and led a hands-on composting workshop, building wire bins, and a used pallet bin. They also included a composting curriculum developed by the Institute in both English and Spanish for students in grades K through 12. This educational training could not only be centered on composting but also on recycling of paper, plastics, metal, and glass containers. This educational training could also be included into the public educational system and thus train the future generation to effectively address the island's garbage problem. The goal will be to educate and motivate the population on how to effectively reduce the waste management of the island by converting waste materials into reusable objects, reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, and decrease the need for conventional waste disposal. The second solution could be the plastic bag ban. Many cities across the world, for example Mexico's capital, have implemented a plastic bag ban distributed at cashiers. This can lead to an environmentally friendly shift to recyclable and reusable biodegradable bags. To ensure the public's obedience, violators will be severely punished with steep fines. A last solution could be recycling programs. Communities should be encouraged to develop recycling programs within themselves. By incorporating recycling into an integrated plan for solid waste management, local governments can significantly reduce the tonnage of waste to be landfilled or burned, extending the life of landfills, increasing the efficiency of waste-to-energy facilities, saving money in tipping fees, and deferring the cost of new disposal facilities. Steps to starting a community recycling program. The first step is build a team. To create a recycling program, the first thing you'll need is a team of motivated and environmentally minded community members, including politicians. You'll need help in many areas to build a program, such as with issuing the best collection bins and equipment, choosing and negotiating with the recycling hauler, and understanding and negotiating different contexts and budgets. The second step is to create a plan. Outline the program's objectives, keeping them as focused as possible. As a recycling team, you have many things to determine. Will you include businesses and apartments in the program or just houses? Where are you going to recycle? How often will you pick up the recyclables? Or will you have a drop-off center? The goals need to be specific to your community size and what you decide to recycle. The third step is choose which materials to recycle. What recyclables does your community generate in the greatest quantities? To better answer this, conduct a waste assessment to see what is currently being thrown away. The most common items could be aluminum, steel food containers, certain glass and plastic bottles, and various acceptable papers. The fourth step is to plot a plan for preventing waste. People get so focused on recycling that they forget that eliminating waste at the source is even better than recycling. Look at ways you can prevent waste production, then look at managing the ongoing waste to determine the best recycling options. The last step is to educate the community. Educate members of the community on what can be recycled and why it's important to participate. The quickest way to get community buy-ins is to align with community leaders who will champion your efforts. This is an important step in implementing your recycling program. You will need local and state leaders to help fund your recycling endeavors and assist you in maneuvering through any unforeseen governmental red tape that could prevent you from succeeding. Puerto Rico needs to take action in order to protect its future. The island needs to address this garbage problem in an effective way. This proposal is just the first step to ensure an effective solution. We need to take action